What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick.
My name's Nathan.
And this is Full Throttle Cars. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a review on the 2017 Lincoln Navigator. So before we jump into this video, I just want to say, if you are not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe, share the channel, help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Our goal is to hit it by the end of the year. We are currently only 41 subscribers away, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share the channel. And without further ado, we'll jump right into the video. So we're going to jump right into the specs of the Lincoln Navigator. So the Lincoln Navigator comes equipped with a twin turbo V6 putting out 380 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, which we'll discuss later in this video. Does give this car a pretty quick feeling for how much it weighs, coming in with a curb weight around 6,000 pounds. So this is a pretty heavy car, but with that 460 pound-feet of torque and 380 horsepower is actually a pretty quick vehicle. So we're going to move into the towing. It can tow with the four-wheel drive option. It can tow up to 9,000 pounds, which is pretty good for an SUV. The Navigator also gets about 15 mpg in the city and about 20-21 on the highway. So for a big vehicle, that's right about average for the size of the vehicle for a big SUV. Now the base MSRP for the four-wheel drive option when new was about $70,000, just under, I think it was like $68,000. But right now you can actually pick up a Navigator like this for right around $40,000, a little less. I think it said like the fair market price was like around $35,000 to $40,000, which is a pretty good deal. You're getting almost half off this car. That's a 2017, so it's very new when it comes to the technology this car offers and the styling that this car offers. So that right there makes it a pretty good deal for a used luxury SUV.
Alright guys, so moving on from the spec side of things, we're going to start talking about the comfort, the luxury, and does it live up to the name of Lincoln. So first of all, I do not drive this car that often. I do, however, ride in the car very often. And as a passenger, I always feel very comforted, and it's always such a smooth ride. When I do hop into the driver's seat, however, it always blows me away as to how fast you're going compared to how it feels. This car has such a smooth ride that I could be going 60 in this car, and then when I would compare it to my Civic, I would feel like I would be going, 100 in the Civic, whereas in this thing, I'd be going 60, if that makes sense, guys. And then, even going onto the back roads, I am able to go a lot faster in this car than I am in anything else, and have it feel okay, because the suspension and the smooth ride of the car is just so nice, and it very much does live up to the name.
Alright guys, so building off of what Nathan was talking about with the comfort, the seats are very nice and comfortable. I'll put up some pictures of the interior of the car right now on the screen, but we have very nice cushiony leather seats and a decent amount of room, especially in like the arm area. The one place it does feel a little bit cramped though is in the footwell down here. It is a little bit cramped down there, but it's not bad. one place that the interior is lacking a little bit is the front dash up here. It just doesn't look that quality. It doesn't look like something you would find in a luxury SUV, but then again, this is a Ford product, so it's not going to be as luxurious as something from like BMW or Mercedes or Audi. But for an American luxury car, which there's really only two brands, Lincoln and Cadillac, this does stack up very well against something from Cadillac, like the Cadillac Escalade or like a GMC Yukon Denali. Those are all in the same type of area, occupy the same type of market. So with that in mind, that does stack up to something from Cadillac, but it might not be up to par with its German competitors.
Alright guys, so moving into the power side of things on this car, it is very impressive as to what this car can do for its size. Whenever Nick and I got onto a main road out here, I put my foot down, not all the way to the floor, but I went down hard, and the car, you could seriously feel it push you back, and the front end went up a little bit. And you know, for a car of this size and weight, I honestly think that is very impressive. The V6 twin turbo really does a great job of giving you plenty of pickup for the dad that wants to be able to take his kids to school, but also wants to have a nice car that will go pretty quick if he puts his foot down. Alright guys, so now we are going to talk about a couple little extra features that this Lincoln has to make it live up to your expectations and live up to the price tag, because it does cost quite a bit more than your general Ford Expedition. So starting off here, we do have this drive control option in your settings that's right next to the speedometer that allows you to choose one of three different modes: normal, comfort, or sport. Now these three different modes cater the suspension and then the power that it will allow to give the driving just to cater to that mode. So comfort obviously would not have as much power, and the suspension is a lot more cushioned, but then it does bounce a little bit more in the suspension. Normal would just be your standard everyday usage, and sport is for, I always go back to this analogy, but like the dad who wants to have a fun car that he can still pick up the kids at school in. And you do have a lot of other modes that I can show you. You have a towing mode. You can have all your parking aids, advanced settings, your blind spot, and all that kind of thing. And now what we do have as well is a manual mode, and I'm going to demonstrate that as we pull out here onto the road. All right. So that was a bit of an acceleration clip while I was shifting manually with the gear stick right here that has a couple buttons on it. But if Nick, you would like to talk about that now and what you think about this manual mode that we have on the Lincoln.
So a little bit on the manual mode, you've got two buttons on the side of the gear lever right here that allow you to change how you are shifting. You hit one button to upshift and one button to downshift. Now personally, I'm not a huge fan of that. I would much prefer it be like a bump shift, like it is in like the Dodge Durango, for example, which is what the car that we have is, the Dodge Durango, and I prefer it being the bump shift over the button shift. I just think it feels more sporty and really almost more quality. But most Fords, especially from this era, that have the select shift option, they are the button shift. So that is a fairly normal thing for Ford, and I'm not 100% sure on GM products, but I know that Dodge does have the bump shift. But I feel like in general, Dodge is the more sporty, muscly brand over Ford and GM. So that is more of their market, would be more sporty and fun to drive. So that is probably why Dodge chose to do the bump shift rather than something like this button shift.
All right, guys, so then one more feature that we would like to add about this car is the running boards that come down. Once you open the door, you'll see, I'm going to open it here, this running board comes down, and that is to help keep the mud and everything off whenever you're driving down the road, because everybody knows when you step onto a muddy running board and then you step into your car, it's a pain to clean all that mud out of your car. And you'll see right when I close it, it'll wait a little bit and then it will go right back up into the car, which makes it very nice.
All right, guys, so that is going to do it for this video today. If you enjoyed this review on the 2017 Lincoln Navigator, be sure, go down, subscribe, drop a like, turn on your notification bell, and share the channel. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.